Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com, and who's Loy Machedo. Date is April 18th, 2016. Time right now is 2:23. Okay, Loy got this question. Loy, how can I successfully negotiate my salary? Okay, let's get down to it. You need to understand that when it comes to the point of negotiating a salary, and when they're speaking to you, it's more or less they've reached the final stage, and that is where they make the decision. You need to understand this, that I've been in touch with most of the CEOs, decision makers. I've closely worked with them. I was always close to the top guys. And I always wanted to understand as to how is it they make certain decisions. So negotiation of a salary was also there. And because I had leadership positions, somewhere later on during my life in the corporate world, I kind of understood the game, how they played. So these are some of the tricks and tips that can help you. Keep this much in mind. If they are asking you or they're negotiating a salary with you, it means they are interested. Okay? Keep this in mind. And most of the time, they will never give you a higher amount first. They'll give you a lower amount. Okay? They'll start from a lower amount, and then they always keep a buffer of 10 to 20%. Okay? So whenever you have, they ask you what is the salary that you're expecting, this is the tip that I give people. First, have a minimum amount that you have in mind, that even if you were to go $1 less or 1 dirham less than that amount, you don't want the job. Okay? Because keep this much in mind, that once you agree on a salary, they'll make you work for hours. And especially in the Middle East, there's no such thing as 8 hours flat and you go home. They don't pay you per hour. They pay you per month. So they can make you work 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. Yeah, sometimes, I know some people who are working 7 days a week also. This is the reality of things that happen here. You can't help it because you're bound by a job contract. Obviously, they don't make you work like a slave. That is debatable. But then again, most of the companies, they don't make you work sharp 8 hours. It is an average of 10 hours, average of 12 hours. You can't help it because here in the Middle East, people have to work. They have to work for every single penny of theirs. So let's say, to give you figures, let's say the minimum salary, that you're expecting is 20,000 or 10,000. Let's put it 10,000. The minimum salary or the salary that you want is 10,000. If someone were to give you 9,999, you don't want it. Absolutely no. No. Because you are getting, let's say, 9,500. So you don't want to change a job for, anything less than 10,000. You have made up your mind. You are getting 9,500, you want to go for 10,000. Okay? So when you're going for the negotiation, don't say 10,000, because you say 10,000 as a base, he's going to say, oh, my budget is 9,000. Don't do that. If you were getting 9,500, the next level should be roughly 14,000. That is what I would normally recommend. So when you go for the interview, say, at around 14,000, because then, he'll negotiate, he'll come down to 12 or he'll come down to 11. He'll say, oh shit, I don't have that kind of budget. This is the last I can offer you. Okay? But keep in mind that don't give a ridiculous figure. Like, let's say, for example, you were getting 9,500. The next jump you're looking at is 14,000. Don't say 25,000. No, that's stupid. He'll say, thank you very much, you can get lost. Be realistic with the, be realistic with the amounts that you're going to give. And also study the industry standard. So if your manager is getting 15,000, obviously don't expect yourself to get 14,000. You might get 12,000, somewhere halfway through. So always keep a 20 to 25% buffer, because that is what the owner would also keep, and he would increase. And, don't think people are dumb. Don't just say, fine, I'll ask him 10,000, so I'll quote him 15,000, then he'll come to 10,000. No, that's not how it works. You need to know what is the industry paying for this position, what is it that you were getting, what is it that you are worth, and what is it that, the minimum amount after which you would not agree even a single dollar. So that is very important when negotiating for a salary. And keep this in mind, when you're asking for a salary, be ready to walk away from the opportunity. Many times you must walk away. There are many smart guys out there. I'll give you the small example, especially Indian management. Oh God, it's a ruckus. When I'm an Indian myself, I Indian passport holder, so as to speak. I've been with these deals where they tell you they have to still give you the confirmation, but they don't do it until the last moment. They take all your ideas, they take everything else. Like this deal where I was supposed to agree for 30,000, and that was the last time I ever did. It was for Jitex. I agreed for 30,000, and this was many years ago. And the guy took all my ideas, every single thing, and then at the last minute, just like the office is going to shut down in the next 1 hour, and next day is Jidix, and he doesn't give me the contract, he doesn't give me the confirmation, nothing else, and he says, Loy, the last I can agree is for 10,000. It's if you can't agree, next year, no problem, all the best. I was, pissed off, absolutely pissed off. I was like, I said no to so many other offers, and you're giving me a deadline now at the last minute, just 1 hour before. So I've learned and evolved and grown from that. So now when I give them a deadline, okay, I tell them, you either agree by this week or I'm accepting this other contract. So, and you need to be ready to walk away. Okay, you must. So that is one very important thing. You should learn to say no. The second thing is, understand that your body language, the way you speak, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself also is a precursor to the negotiation of the salary. So if he believes you're truly worth it and he knows that you're a hard nut to crack, he will not agree. He will he will not give up on you. There have been times where I had to say no to a candidate only to realize this is a good candidate. And you won't believe, some places, even where we agreed for a junior secretarial position of 2,000 dirhams, this lady came in and she wanted 6. The owner of the company was ready to even give her 4.5, even though 2 was the absolute final offer. So there are times and places where people do get, they give the extra if you're really worth. So these are the tips I can offer you when negotiating a salary. Remember, the points to summarize. Number 1 is know the industry. Okay, how much they're paying for that position. Know what is the minimum baseline after which you'll refuse a job. Understand this, the owner keeps a 20 to 25% buffer, even if they tell you stone face, this is the maximum budget I can offer. No, that's not the deal. But if he's an employee, if he's working under the boss, they most probably cannot give a decision. But if the owner, trust me, the owner can make an exception. And always keep in mind, no matter what figure you give, even if you give $1 as your salary, they'll still negotiate on that. That is how business people are. So I hope these tips help you in negotiating a salary, and I hope you negotiate for the best salary of your choice. And keep this in mind, practice makes perfect. So perfect practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So you need to practice with your body language, with your vocal variety, with how you communicate in order to negotiate a successful salary. Any questions, let me know. Loy from loymachedo.com saying goodbye for now.